Sri Aurobindo Mira, open my mind, my heart, my life to your light, your love, your power. In all things may I see the divine. Om Sri Aurobindo Saranam Mama. Om Sri Mata Saranam Mama. Namaste. Good evening. Welcome all of you. Bande Matram. Today, the topic of discussion is on Madonna of Suffering, Mother of Grief Divine. So, simply we'll take some wonderful topics on soul forces. Sri Aurobindo course soul forces. One aspect we'll take on pity, Madonna of Suffering, Mother of Grief Divine. On this topic we'll discuss. Before going to the topic, we'll take Sri Aurobindo's quotation on soul forces. One line quotation we'll see on soul forces. Even soul force, when it is effective, destroys. So again I want to quote it here before you. Even soul force, when it is effective, destroys. Beautifully Sri Aurobindo has quoted on soul force. So there are triple soul forces as described in Sri Aurobindo's Savitri. Very finely, accurately it is defined. The initial one will take on pity, Madonna of Suffering, Mother of Grief Divine. So Sri Aurobindo quotes initially about the Madonna of pity, about his pity and her shape and all. Sri Aurobindo quotes interestingly, a moon bright face in a somber cloud of hair, a woman sat in a pale lustrous robe. A moon bright face in a somber cloud of hair, a woman sat in a pale lustrous robe. A rugged and ragged soil was her bare seat. Just imagine how it is. It is a description, a true description, and a glorious description on the Madonna of Suffering, Mother of Grief Divine, on pity, the divine pity. So beneath her feet a sharp and wounding stone. Beneath her feet there is a sharp and wounding stone. A divine pity on the peaks of the world. A divine pity on the peaks of the world. A spirit touched by grief of all that lives. He is carrying in her, touching everybody's grief. So this is a spirit touched by the grief of all that lives. She looked out far and saw from inner mind this questionable world of outward things. The things this about the questionable world, this world is questionable of outward things. She looked out far and saw from inner mind, not from the external touch or outside or from the appearance. Of false appearances and plausible shapes, these are the things visible when she looks out from the far and saw from the inner mind. This dubious cosmos stretched in the ignorant void. Cosmos is dubious, stretching in the ignorant void. The pangs of earth, the toil, speed of the stars, and the difficult birth and the dolorous end of life. This is the imagination, this is the witnessing, he is witnessing. The pangs of earth's all pangs. The toil and the speed of the stars, and the difficult birth and the dolorous end of life. Accepting the universe as her body of woe. She is accepting, seeing all, feeling all, and taking to her arms. She is bearing, she is accountable, she is taking. The mother of seven sorrows bore the seven stabs that pierced her bleeding heart. Heart is bleeding, stabbing, just imagine the words Sri Aurobindo has used. The mother of seven sorrows bore, the seven stabs. Seven stabs she bore, that was her, with her the mother who is bearing the mother of seven sorrows. These stabs that pierced her bleeding heart, the beauty of sadness lingered on her face. On her face, what lingered? The beauty of sadness. Sadness, it has got a beauty. Beauty of sadness lingered on her face. Her eyes were dim with the ancient stain of tears. She is crying, shedding tears only. Eyes were dim with the ancient stain of years. Dim means continuously it is there. These tears are actually well encircled. It is staying there. So then what happens? Her heart was riven with the world's agony and burdened with the sorrow and struggle in time. Her heart, it is getting, she is crying, taking the burden of the world, seeing the world is in agony. See her world's problems, world's bleeding heart is, her bleeding heart is pierced by 7 staffs. Then what happens? An anguished musing trailed in her rapt voice, anguished musing, and on that side on her rapt voice, absorbed in a deep compassion's ecstasy, lightening the midway, mild ray of her patient gaze. So her now we'll see her voice, her own voice, how she is working. O Savitri, I am thy sacred soul. See, we have already seen this is the soul forces we are listening, we are describing of Sri Aurobindo has described, and we are trying to read some lines on the soul forces on pity, Madonna of suffering, mother of grief divine. O Savitri, I am thy secret soul. To share the suffering of the world I came to share the suffering of the world. I am thy secret soul. I draw my children's pangs into my breast. What I do? My children, entire world, all whom you see, they are my children. I draw my children's pangs into my breast. I am the nurse of the dolor beneath the stars. I am the nurse. Nurse, the thing is that I am nursing them. The dolor beneath the stars. I am the soul of all who wailing wreathe under the ruthless harrow of the gods. Just imagine what is her role, how she is coming, and what he is trying to fulfill. I am the woman, nurse and slave and a beaten beast. Just imagine how politely, how the things are, horrible description. I am woman, nurse and slave and a beaten beast. I tend the hands that gave me cruel blows. I have suffered. I am bearing the cruel blows. Till then I tend the hands that gave me cruel blows. That is the bearing capacity, that is the tenderness, that is the magnanimity, the greatness of this power, mother of pity. So the hearts that spurned my love, and the zeal I serve them. Initially she has told, I am the nurse, and here I serve. The hearts that spurned my love and the zeal I serve. I am the courted queen, the pampered doll. Just imagine. I am the courted queen, the pampered doll. I am the giver of the bowl of rice we take normally. What our food we are taking, that has been given by this deity, this mother of suffering, Madonna of suffering, mother of grief divine. I am the giver of the bowl of rice. I am the worshipped angel of the house. Initially she has claimed, I am the courted queen, the pampered doll here. I am the worshipped angel of this house, of the house. I am in all that suffers and that cries. People everywhere, where you see there is cry, there is suffering, there is agony. I am in all. Mine is the prayer that climbs in vain from earth. And the prayer, it is rising from the earth, it is growing, turning upwards, it is ascending forward. Mine is the prayer that climbs in vain from earth. I am traversed by my creatures' agonies. My creatures, my children, all my children, I am traversed by my creatures' agonies. Then what happens? I am the spirit in a world of pain. The entire world, what you see, witness, I am a spirit in a world of pain. The world is packed with pain. All entire where you see only pain and suffering. I am the spirit there. I am crying, I am praying. But all are sins, she expresses, all are pain. The scream of tortured flesh and tortured hearts, fallen back on heart and flesh unheard by heavens, as rent with helpless grief and wrath my soul. Just imagine how it is. The scream of tortured flesh and tortured hearts, fallen back on heart and flesh unheard by heaven. Not heaven is not hearing, unheard, not able to hear or not at all responding, but I hear. I have seen the peasant burning in the heart. I have seen the age-old story. Peasants are coming, they are suffering in their heart, laboring, but actually they are not capable of getting sufficient food. They are not capable of leading a constant life, a one happy life, comfortable life. So they are suffering in their heart. Mother of grief divine, modern of suffering, she speaks of. I have seen the peasant burning in his heart. I see, but I could not help them. I have seen the last corpse of his the slaughtered child. I have seen this. Hard women's cry, ravished and stripped and held. Amid the bayings of the hellhound mob, nowhere you see there is hell, no call of heaven, because heaven is indifferent. These people are suffering. There is cry, there is agony, there is suffering. I have looked upon, but I had no power to save. I have looked upon. I am being pity. I am getting pushed. My movement is there, but I have no power to save them. I have brought no arm of strength to aid or slay. I can never aid nor slay. Only I can see, I can cry, I can be filled with anguish. Nothing I can do. All things are in vain. God gave me love, but He gave me not His force. I am given the love, but force is not given to me. So I have shared the toil of yoked animal drudge, pushed by the goad, encouraged by the whip. I see, I feel, I share, but I can't save. This is my agony, this is my helplessness, because I don't have the power God has not given me. I have shared the fear-filled life of bird and beast in its long hunt for the day's precarious food. That also I have seen for the food, how the people are struggling, they are hunting. It's a covert slink, she quotes. Its covered slink and crouch of hungry prowl I have seen, its pain and torrent, terror seized by beak and claw. I have shared the daily life of common men, how they are suffering, how they are seeing, I have seen. Its petty pleasures and its petty cares, that also I have shared, I have seen, I am one with them. Its presence of troubles and haggardhood of ills, art's trial of sorrow, hopeless of relief. There is no hope of relief. They are suffering, I am there. I have been pity leaning over pain. I have been pity leaning over pain, and a tender smile that heals the wounded heart. Only I can smile, but I have no power to say. And sympathy making life less hard to bear. Man has felt near my unseen face and bones. They have felt I am there, and they adore, but I have become the sufferer and his moan. I have lain my with the mangled and the slain. I lived with the prisoner in his dungeon cell. Heavy on my shoulders weigh the yoke of time, nothing refusing of creation's Lord. That's what she is telling. It is the thing that I can see. This is the thing I am seeing. Perhaps when the world sinks into the last sleep, she expects. Perhaps when the world sinks into the last sleep, I too may sleep in dumb eternal peace. Because I don't have anything to do, only I can cry, I can pray, but I have no power to save. I have borne the calm indifference of the heaven. Heaven is indifferent, hell is still their smiling mood. So watch nature's cruelty to suffering things, all things I am watching. While God passed silent by, not a turn to help, God is passing silently, not able to help, He is not helping. Yet have I cried not out against His will, against the divine will. I have never complained, I have never cried. Yet have I not accused His cosmic law. I have never accused of it. This is law, His rules, regulations. Only to change this great hard world of pain, a patient prayer has arisen from my breast. Only in my part, the only thing what I do, I can never complain. I just pray. A pallid resignation lights my brow, within me a blind faith and a mercy dwell. Only a blind force He will come, and a mercy is there. I carry the fire that can never be quenched, unquenchable fire I carry, and the compassion that supports the sun, the divine compassion that supports the sun I carry. I am the hope that looks towards my God. I am the hope that looks towards the God. My God, who never came to me till now, still His voice I hear. I hear His voice, His voice I hear that ever says, I come. I know that one day He shall come at last. Thank you. Vande Mataram.